Last time I found out that, despite Western media lies, religion and the Tibetan language flourish here in Lhasa. Today I'm visiting a terrifying torture prison at the world-famous Potala Palace, checking out a local school, and visiting the home of a student for dinner. Come with me. The next morning I was up bright and early to visit arguably the most famous spot in all of Lhasa, the Potala Palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Most notably, it functioned as the Dalai Lama's winter palace and was constructed without a single nail, despite standing at 13 stories high and featuring more than 1,000 rooms. Here I'm meeting Dr. Law again, the Tibetan expert who helped me translate yesterday.
Currently, the Potala Palace is open for all people, but in all Xizang Norway, this is just for the local government, the senior officials, senior monks.
So before, 95% of Xizang people couldn't even come here to enjoy this in old Xizang.
I don't think so.
Wow.
One part of the palace that Hollywood hippies have never talked about is this prison, where political prisoners were often tortured to death.
So which kind of people would be imprisoned here?
Well, actually at this time they said people who committed serious crimes, so they were put in this prison.
What would be serious?
Actually, it's not serious. Maybe they said, they go to the street saying, oh no, we are against you, we are against the owners of the slave. They're gonna put you into the jail.
They don't want to be a slave anymore.
No, of course not.
And it looks like they were tortured too.
Yes, there are a lot of various instruments for torturing, right?
Yeah.
So most of them died here or maybe left prison in here.
So could you say a lot of the prisoners here were a threat to the rule of the time? That's why they were put in prison.
Yes, absolutely.
哎呀，好恐怖。
Dr. Law and I found a quiet spot to have a chat about the side you'll never read about in Western media.
I said, in old Xizang, the life expectancy was 35. Now our life expectancy is over 72. So would you please...
I really wanted to know if Buddhism specifically played a major role in Xizang's dark history.
Well, Buddhism is one of the main reasons. Okay, I think religion negatively paralyzing people mentally, like you have seen in the prison, right? Because you had very bad karma in past life. So this life, you deserve to be prisoner.
The Dalai Lama spent every winter here from 1940, when he was just 4 years old, until 1959 when he fled China after a failed uprising, funded by the CIA, who pretended to care about protecting Tibetan Buddhism, but really just wanted to crush what they called Communist China. From 1958, the CIA trained Tibetan guerrilla fighters at a military base in Colorado called Camp Hale, specifically chosen because of its high altitude, somewhat mimicking that of Xizang. After training, they were airlifted back into the region to organize resistance and foment trouble, which culminated in the Lhasa Uprising of 1959, an attempt that ultimately failed. CIA-trained guerrillas then took the Dalai Lama, then just 23 years old, to India to set up a government in exile. The CIA paid him handsomely from then on, as discovered in declassified documents, including wiring the equivalent of $1.6 million annually directly to the office of the Dalai Lama. His exile was good news for 95% of Tibetans. As Dr. Law mentioned, the average life expectancy in the region shot up from just 35 years of age in 1950 to over 72 years in 2020. Education and literacy skyrocketed as well, and today the people of Xizang are free from poverty. And that is why I always chuckle when I see foreigners online or in Western media spouting the Free Tibet catchphrase. The Tibetan people were freed way back in 1959. Today I'm visiting Lhasa Middle School, situated right behind the Potala Palace. Before the Tibetan people were fully freed in 1959, only the elite 5% of the population enjoyed real education. Today, Xizang's educational achievements even exceed the national average in many cases. The school has around 3,000 students, the majority of whom are Tibetan. Like every school in China, a flag-raising ceremony takes place once a week. With these flag bearers also Tibetan students of the school. I went to check out some of the classes, including this one, teaching traditional Tibetan music. And this class, which is a student-led Model United Nations.
在世界环境备受挑战的今天，以美国为首的发达国家在环境问题上的突出有目共睹，新能源产业也由美国优先发展。种种事实表明，美国等发达国家正在尽己所能地保护环境。然而，种种发展中国家为了自身发展的需要无视环境。那么，请问，在此形成的新的法律体系之中，对发达国家与发展中国家是否有不同的标准？
中方回应对发展中国家和发达国家的这个他俩的那个减排的这个重担是不一样的。新法律体系将明确划分发达国家和发展中国家的义务，发达国家需要承担历史的排放责任，率先实现减排目标，并提供资金技术支持。
美国认同中国的观点。接下来。
But I was most curious to see a Tibetan language class and lay that Western rumour about the Tibetan language being banned here to rest once and for all. Interestingly, I found out that English is also a compulsory course.
那你们都已经开始学英文是吧？
对，
是你们的选择吗？
必须要学
课程，
必须要
课程要求。那你们觉得英文重要吗？
重要。我觉得英语的话，应该是一个打开世界的门的一个钥匙吧，类似于。我的话就是有一个梦想，就是想要长大之后去各地旅游吧。然后我想通过英语打开更广阔世界的一个门吧，类似于是一个钥匙，就是对。
I suppose Western media and pundits will say that learning English is enlightening, a must, while learning Mandarin, the lingua franca of their own country, is somehow evil. Funny that.
如果你们有机会跟一个老外、一个西方人说一句话，就跟你们的西藏有关的，你会怎么说？
我觉得西藏这个地方它很神奇。 就是可能，这里确实人比较少，但是每个人过来，他可能都会有那种 跟其他地方不一样的感受。所以说，我觉得大家有机会的话，都可以来西藏看一看。
那你知道他们今天会做什么饭吗？
我还是不说吧。给点惊喜什么的。
可以，肯定会是本地菜嘛。
对，都是我们那种藏族特色。
我很期待。
After our chat, one of the students invited me to his home after school for dinner.
你得喝石油茶吗？甜茶？
体验茶吗？
甜茶
有吗？
有。
哇，你们喜欢喝甜茶吗？
我
不太喜欢。
不太喜欢。
这是甜茶。
谢谢。
我们这喝是喝，
好，
石油茶也好。
It's just his dad at home tonight, and he's whipped up a massive feast of local delicacies, including tons of meat, potatoes, tsamba, yak cheese, and a favorite for guests, Tibetan yam roots with fresh yogurt.
这个就是用来招待客人，就是比较重要的一个东西。
OK。
那个底部是那个酸奶对，都是我们那个纳曲那边那种纯酸奶。而上面呢就是人参果，也是从我们纳曲那边挖的那种，就纯天然那种挖的。
地里挖出来的。
对，地里挖出来的。
所以你们平时有客人就会给他们吃。
对，营养也好的
很有意义。
Following dinner, Wang Chen and I went up onto the rooftop to check out the views and have another chat.
你现在高2是吧？
对。
所以平时每天什么时候下课？
下课的话都是8点50左右。
这么晚？在新西兰我们下午3点下课，然后都没有作业。我们早上9点到下午3点就没了。
那太幸福了。
After high school, he hopes to get into a military university and sign up to the PLA Navy.
那么你为什么要当海军呢？
就是一是主要是出生在西藏，然后没怎么见过海，想去看一下大海。然后一是就是保卫国家嘛，感觉就特别的伟大。
我很好奇，你是不是已经知道那个外面有这种抹黑中国的报道？
有以前看过。
有什么感觉呢？
就感觉特别愤怒吧。一直就是用谎言去对待这个世界，就感觉格外的愤怒，感觉这就是一个不对的事情。
你觉得他们为什么这样做呢？最近中国我觉得有很多成就，特别的厉害。
对，
你觉得是跟那个有关系的吗？
肯定有。
他们有可能嫉妒。
对，我也觉得。我们中国有句话就是吃不到葡萄说葡萄酸。
我知道。如果你有机会接受外媒的采访，你会怎么跟他们说？
我可能会说，就是实践出真知嘛。你总得来一趟西藏，看看真实的情况。就不能一直听信别人怎么说。如果一直听信别人怎么说的话，那你可能真正看不到真正的西藏是如何样的，在我们党的带领下，西藏是如何从一个比较落后的一个地方、贫穷的地方，变得西藏现在就已经很发达了嘛。就已经比起当年已经很那个幸福了。
He has a strong passion for his country and for protecting it. I really think he'll achieve his dream.
外媒报道的内容会感觉很生气，因为如果我是藏族的话，我真的会要打他们，真的有什么感受？
这个就是武断抹黑嘛，恶意的抹黑，真的很令人愤怒。
Tomorrow morning, I'm heading to Xizang's second largest city, Urukadze, to visit a fortress that failed to protect the region from British invasion. The manor of a noble family who owned 3,000 slaves, and to chat with one woman who was born in captivity and only freed when the People's Liberation Army came rolling in.